Yeah, hello everybody. I was just going to talk about this little painting I did watercolor. After a long day of marking submissions for the university, I was just wanted to relax, so I thought about a quick pose. To me, the importance of a pose or the silhouette is what makes for a good design. So the idea of thinking where you place your elements and where your eyes are going, and if you can see the little detail like in this painting there are empty areas like a little triangle behind her leg at the bottom of her body there, or right above her shoulder, and the hair is not going to touch that little corner. So this little empty triangle of space like that, they help with the readability of an image, and they really help with the silhouettes. And then you have this kind of thing called the zigzag composition. Most people know that composition is probably the most important thing for image making. But the zigzag is when you kind of go up and down in a sort of zigzaggy way until a focal point, so like the face there. The way the sword kind of rhyme with her bottom leg, and then the other leg is folded, so it brings you back inside the image. It's like a lightning, if you will, and all these things make it really dynamic. This girl's not moving, but I put her hair up in the air like she was in some kind of big wind or something, and so it makes you feel that she's moving. Everything I do, I like to have a bit of movement or life, so it needs to have an existence outside of your painting, if you will. Now, of course, this is kind of stylized and funky and just not like super serious, just to relax. And watercolor, I find, is one of those medium that allows you to do that, because it demands that you are quite subtle, that you don't think that you're going to fix it later. You have to very gently put color in and let it do its thing. There's a book by a great artist called Nita Engel, Let Watercolor Paint by Itself, or something like that. Really cool idea. So basically you put the color on a page and you see what it does, and you sort of guess, but it will always do something slightly different. It will always appear darker when you put it in, and then dries out. It will brighten because it takes hold of the paper, and the paper is the lightest light, if you will. Well, there are people that use a bit of white, and I have different techniques where they pull the painting. I can't remember what it's called, but there's a name for that. Mostly you want to be super subtle and start with the lightest color on most things, and then let it dry and put another layer, kind of put some shadows, put some effects, etc. It's the real skill of the watercolor is to do that carefully and to let it happen almost on its own. And it's just practice. I think after a while it's just like practicing. I'm cheating a bit, I'm using a bit of inking, but the inking is actually watercolor itself, so I put darker watercolor inside this pen, so it's all one medium, if you will. There's no other thing than this inking. And I still will fiddle a little bit with the image, to refine it, kind of rework on the hair, kind of darken them, because I thought they were a bit too bright and I wanted everything to be more focused towards the head. Like I have the head really light, but then the hair a bit darker and a bit redder. Red Sonja, just fun. But yeah, I was quite happy with that pose. Obviously this is my style, it's not like hyper real, the idea is not to go crazy, but yeah, so I hope you enjoy this.